You know that feeling, don't you? When everything around you seems perfectly fine, your life's moving forward, there's nothing you can point to and call wrong, yet something inside won't settle. It's like there's a wind moving through your chest that never quite stops, a current beneath the surface that keeps pulling even when you're standing still, making you wonder why peace feels so distant when everything should feel complete. Maybe it's in those quiet moments between tasks, when you finally sit down and instead of relief, there's this strange urgency humming beneath your skin. It's not anxiety about something specific, not worry about tomorrow or regret about yesterday, but something deeper, something unnamed that makes you reach for your phone, turn on the TV, fill the silence with anything but the feeling itself, as if movement alone could quiet what's stirring within. The ancient Taoists had a word for this, though it wasn't a word that explained or fixed anything. They simply watched it, the way you'd watch water moving over stones, never trying to make it stop but recognizing it as part of the river's nature. This restlessness you're feeling, it's not a problem to solve or a sign that something's broken in you, but perhaps a whisper from something deeper, calling you to look not at what's missing in your life, but at what's present in this very moment. There's something powerful about naming what you feel without needing to change it right away. Just acknowledging that yes, even when life is good, even when you're blessed and things are working out, there can still be this undercurrent of unease, like leaves trembling on a tree before the wind even arrives. It's the mind's way of staying in motion, never quite trusting the stillness, always preparing for what might come next, exhausting itself in the process. So before we go any further, just pause for a moment. Feel your breath moving in and out, notice where you're sitting, the weight of your body, the sounds around you. This restlessness isn't something to fear or push away, it's simply energy moving through you, and like all things in nature, it has its place, its rhythm, its reason for being. What if, instead of running from it, you could learn to flow with it, to understand its language, to find peace not by making it disappear, but by changing how you meet it? There's a river that runs through everything, the Taoists say, an invisible current that connects each moment to the next, each breath to the one that follows, each season to its turning. This river doesn't rush or hesitate, doesn't worry about where it's going or regret where it's been. It simply flows, moving around obstacles with effortless grace, carving its path through stone not with force but with patient persistence, finding its way home without ever needing a map to guide it. Your life is part of this river, whether you feel it or not. The sun rises and sets without your permission, seasons change without asking your opinion, your heart beats and your lungs breathe without conscious command. There's an intelligence moving through all of this, an order deeper than logic, a rhythm older than thought, and somewhere inside you, beneath all the noise and planning and controlling, there's a part of you that knows this rhythm, that remembers how to move with it rather than against it. But the modern mind, with all its brilliance and achievement, has learned to swim upstream. We've taught ourselves to measure every moment, to optimize and improve and maximize, to always be reaching for something just beyond our grasp. Like a leaf trying to control which way the wind blows, we exhaust ourselves fighting against currents we can't see, creating turbulence where there could be flow, generating friction where there could be ease, wondering why we're tired when we've been working so hard to make everything perfect. This is where the restlessness lives, in the gap between the river's natural movement and your mind's constant effort to redirect it. It's not that your life is wrong or that you're failing somehow, it's that somewhere along the way, you stopped trusting the current. You started believing that peace comes from control, that safety comes from constant vigilance, that rest is something you have to earn rather than something that's always available, waiting patiently for you to stop fighting long enough to feel it. The water doesn't ask the riverbed for permission to flow, The bamboo doesn't resist the wind but bends and returns to center, and somewhere in you is that same flexibility, that same trust in what's moving through you. The Tao isn't something you need to learn or achieve, it's what you are when you stop trying so hard to be something else. It's the breath that breathes itself, the awareness that needs no effort to be aware, the presence that was here before the restlessness arrived and will remain long after it passes through you like clouds across an empty sky. Your mind is incredibly skilled at creating problems where none exist, at taking a perfectly good moment and filling it with thoughts about how it should be different. Even when you're sitting in peace, it whispers that you should be more productive, more successful, further along by now. Even when you're with people you love, it compares this moment to some imagined version where everything would be better, brighter, more like the curated lives you see scrolling through screens late at night when you can't sleep. This is the tyranny of expectation, the invisible weight that makes even good days feel insufficient. You've learned to measure your life against some standard that's always just out of reach, to believe that happiness lives somewhere in the future, in the next achievement, the next purchase, the next milestone. But the Taoists understood something profound. When you're always reaching for what's next, you're never actually here, never present to the only moment where life actually happens, where peace can actually be felt. Wu Wei, they called it, action without force, effort without strain, being without trying to become something other than what you are. It's not laziness or passivity, but rather the deepest form of intelligence, knowing when to act and when to simply be, when to move and when to let movement happen through you. Like a tree that doesn't strain to grow but simply receives sunlight and water, transforming them into leaf and branch without ever making a plan or setting a goal or wondering if it's doing life correctly. But we've been taught the opposite, haven't we? Work harder, push further, never stop improving, never settle for good enough. And somewhere in all that striving, we forgot how to rest in what is, how to let this moment be complete without needing to add anything to it or take anything away. The restlessness isn't a sign that something's wrong with your life, it's a sign that you're exhausting yourself trying to control what was meant to flow, grasping at what was meant to pass through your hands like water. What if, just for now, you stopped trying to make anything happen? What if you let this moment be exactly as it is, with all its imperfection and ordinariness, without needing it to be profound or special or different? Not forever, not as a rule, but just right now, this breath, this second. Notice how the pressure releases, how something in you can finally exhale, how peace isn't something you need to create, but something that emerges naturally when you stop demanding that this moment be anything other than what it already is, complete in its simplicity. There's a silence that lives beneath all sound, a stillness that exists even in the middle of movement, and maybe that's what the restlessness is trying to show you. Not that something's wrong, not that you need to fix or change or improve anything, but that there's a depth within you that you've been too busy to notice, a vastness that can't be filled with activity or achievement or any amount of external validation, because it was never empty to begin with. The Taoists spoke of the void not as absence but as infinite potential, like the empty space inside a bowl that makes it useful, or the silence between notes that creates music. Your restlessness, in this light, becomes something different than a problem to solve. It becomes an invitation, a gentle knock from the Tao itself, asking you to pause, to turn inward, to sit with what you've been running from, to discover that the emptiness you fear is actually the spaciousness where everything becomes possible. But we're taught to fear silence, aren't we? We fill every moment with sound, with screens, with constant input and stimulation, as if stopping even for a second might let something terrible rise up from within. We treat our inner world like a dangerous place that needs to be managed and controlled and kept at bay, when really it's more like a vast quiet forest where truth grows slowly, where clarity emerges not from thinking harder but from thinking less, from giving thoughts permission to settle like dust in still air. When you finally stop, when you let yourself sink into that silence you've been avoiding, something remarkable happens. The urgent voice in your head that's always demanding and planning and worrying begins to quiet, and beneath it, you start to hear something older, something that sounds less like language and more like presence itself. It's not empty at all, this inner space. It's full of awareness, full of being, full of the same intelligence that moves the planets and changes the seasons and knows exactly how to heal a cut without you having to think about it. This is where peace lives, not in having everything figured out or perfectly arranged, but in the willingness to meet the silence without needing to fill it, to feel the vastness without needing to understand it. The restlessness softens when you stop treating it like an enemy and start recognizing it as a teacher, pointing you towards something deeper than comfort, something more real than the endless pursuit of more. In the pause between breaths, in the gap between thoughts, there it is, always has been, always will be, the stillness that contains all movement, the silence that holds every sound. You don't need to learn how to breathe, your body already knows. You don't need to teach your heart how to beat, or your cells how to regenerate, or your nervous system how to process what it encounters. There's an intelligence moving through you that's far older and wiser than your thinking mind, and finding peace isn't about acquiring new knowledge or mastering complicated techniques. It's about remembering how to trust what's already there, how to step out of your own way and let life move through you the way it's always wanted to. This is what the ancient ones knew when they watched bamboo bend in storms and return to center, when they observed water finding its path without effort or complaint. They weren't teaching philosophy or religion, they were pointing at something you can feel right now if you pause long enough to notice it. That subtle rhythm in your chest, that gentle movement of breath, that awareness that's somehow always present no matter what you're thinking or feeling, witnessing it all without judgment or preference, simply here, simply aware, simply being. Small practices become doorways when you approach them not as tasks to complete but as invitations to return home to yourself. Taking 3 conscious breaths before you check your phone in the morning. Feeling your feet on the ground as you walk from one room to another. Noticing the temperature of air on your skin, the quality of light through a window, the sound of birds or traffic or silence itself. These aren't distractions from your real life, they are your real life. They're the only place where life actually exists, right here in the sensory immediacy of this moment that's always arriving fresh. When you align with the flow rather than fighting it, everything shifts. Not because your circumstances change or your problems disappear, but because you're no longer adding resistance to what already is. The current was always moving in this direction anyway, and all your struggling only created exhaustion, not progress. Like lying back in water and letting it hold you instead of frantically swimming against the tide, you discover that what you thought required effort actually requires surrender. What you thought needed control actually needs trust. The restlessness doesn't vanish completely, because you're human and alive and part of a world that's constantly changing. But it transforms from something that drives you away from yourself into something that brings you back, a signal that you've drifted from presence, a reminder to breathe, to feel, to return to the only moment where peace can actually be found. Not in some future where everything's finally perfect, but right here, in the messy, beautiful, imperfect reality of now, where the river's been flowing all along, patiently waiting for you to stop fighting and simply float, held by something so much larger than your small, worried mind. So here we are, back where we started, but perhaps you're feeling it differently now. That restlessness, that quiet disturbance even when life seems fine, Maybe you can see it not as a flaw in your being, but as life itself moving through you, inviting you deeper into presence, calling you home to yourself. Like wind moving across water creates ripples that return to stillness, your inner turbulence is part of the natural rhythm, not something to eliminate but something to recognize, to honor, to allow. The ancient stream still flows, whether you notice it or not, whether you align with it or resist it, and your restlessness is simply the friction of forgetting, the gentle discomfort that arises when you've been swimming upstream for so long you've forgotten there's another way. But remembering doesn't require effort, it requires release, softening, letting go of the belief that peace is something you achieve and recognizing it as what you are when you stop trying to be anything else. When you finally exhale and feel yourself held by something infinitely patient and wise. Every moment is an opportunity to begin again, to feel your breath, to notice where tension lives in your body and let it soften, to remember that this moment, exactly as it is enough. Not because it's perfect or special, but because it's real, because it's here, because it's the only place where you actually exist. The Tao doesn't promise to make your life easier or remove all discomfort. It simply reminds you that you're part of something vast and flowing, and that the river knows where it's going even when you don't. If you want to continue this journey of serenity and wisdom, if something in these words resonated with that quiet knowing place inside you, come join us at Flow and Wisdom, your space for Oriental wisdom applied to modern life, where every reflection becomes a practice for daily living, where ancient teachings meet contemporary challenges, where you can explore these depths further and discover that the peace you're seeking has always been closer than you thought. Remember, the restlessness isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. The silence isn't empty, it's full. The flow isn't something you create, it's something you allow. And you, exactly as you are in this moment, are already whole, already complete, already part of the infinite dance of being that has no beginning and no end. Take a breath. Feel yourself here. Notice how the river's been carrying you all along, how you've never actually been separate from it, how home was never somewhere else but always right here, in the stillness beneath the movement, in the silence beneath the sound. Namaste.